Do you find yourself judging yourself, others, and want to understand why and how to stop? My name is Tiana Tavkol. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, and I'm going to explain why we judge and what we can actually do about it if you want to stop. So we're humans, right? We actually learned to gossip and judge to survive. So some of this is normal. So for example, we needed to be able to gossip that there's a tiger over there by the water, so maybe nobody get water there for a second. Right now that's kind of changed. Now we might talk about that person who's kind of weird, or we don't like somebody, or maybe someone's talking too much in our eyes. And the reason that we still judge, other than evolutionary aspects, is we also hold ourselves to certain standards and values. They may be grounded values, like you care about authenticity, being honest, and you see people lying, and you're like, why are they lying? But they could also be tied to trauma. So, for example, if you grew up with no space to talk about your own needs, then when people talk a lot, it might be something that you've learned where you're like, we shouldn't be talking. Talking and being loud is dangerous. So this person needs to stop. And you also yourself feel like you don't have room to talk. So there's a part of us that might even envy the fact this person's so comfortable to do this. It doesn't mean that you don't hate it. It doesn't mean that it's not annoying, but it helps to be aware of where's the judgment coming from. Again, like a grounded value or something that it has a traumatic and more anxious origin. The next step is, what do you actually do about this? So if you want to stop being judgmental, at least as much as possible, when you catch yourself judging someone, do that reflection, right, to know where it's coming from, and then choose a different perspective. So, for example, someone cuts me off in traffic. Instead of me thinking, oh my gosh, they're a horrible driver, which I have many times, I catch that and I say, okay, this comes from a place of me trying to be respectful of other people's road situations. And if someone cuts me off, I immediately think, well, they don't care about that. But instead, I think, okay, well, maybe they're rushing somewhere. Maybe they are having a bad day. Maybe they're really stressed. There could be so many explanations. So trying to find a more human explanation to give you a sense of empathy. And once we're empathetic, we're not really coming from our high horse anymore. We're meeting that other person as another human who's just trying to live life for the first time, just like us. So if you found this helpful, give it a like, give me a subscribe, whatever it is. We're all on paths to be the best humans we can be. And so no need to judge yourself for judging. We just do better every single day.